Appreciation August is on 1 week early at integrativemysticism.com. From now until the 31st of August 2020, enjoy 20% off all Scarlet Moon services, including gift certificates when you apply the codes on your screen. We are now also accepting tips and donations for those of you who've been requesting that for the last 7 years. You can now leave a tip or a donation at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Capricorn. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And look at this. We are back to doing 5-card spreads for those of you who recall from back in the day. Before I did the 6-card spread, before I did the 4-card spread, it was the classic 5. And we are back at it. And so what is going on when it comes to your week? How do we close up July? So this week is all about you opening up to things that maybe have left you a bit doubtful, things that maybe have a mark or left a mark that maybe left us feeling a bit jaded, a bit cynical about an opportunity or about life's possibilities, and making sure that we are actually, not brandishing our protections and our reasons, but really opening up to things that ultimately are going to be lifting us into a space where we can actually have a goal, a passion, or a desire be met, even though we may have some leftover protectiveness about the disappointment from the past. And the reason I say that is because we have, for your spiritual theme, the 9 of Wands in reverse. And this is where we need to pay attention to where it's time to start opening up to things, letting ourselves actually be surprised, letting ourselves actually have our expectations exceeded, allowing things to surprise us by doing things their own way. Because with the 9 of Wands reversed, there's always this message of, hey, you know what? You don't really need yet another inch of bulletproof glass. You really don't need to be brandishing your affirmations and self-protection. You don't need to do that. Because with the 9 of Wands reversed, we have to be seen as open and available this week because a lot of opportunities are coming our way. In fact, with the 9 of Wands reversed, there's also a need to pay attention to where there may be some areas in our life that could be repellent to what we want, and that we need to be able to shut those things down, start pulling energy away from them. We talk about things that could be repellent. Am I doing something that is maybe telling the universe I don't want something I want? Is there something maybe in the way that I am presenting a certain project or presenting a certain thing that is how I kind of protect myself, but is also repelling or refusing good things? And it's not a judgment. Everyone has those things pop up every once in a while. It's just your week to work on it, because as we step into the material concerns, when we talk about wealth, your finances, we talk about your professional standing, we've got the Page of Wands upright, and it does look like a new experimental opportunity is coming to you through an invitation that is sort of a new spin. I feel like there's something very cutting edge about what is being presented to you. This could be a financial opportunity. This could be a new work role. But the Page of Wands is indicating there is a friendly invitation to take part in something that actually is going to pick up traction here. And with the Page of Wands, a lot of you Capricorn people are going to find that ultimately, with the Page of Wands, if you decide to let yourself, join in on this, it's not about jumping on a bandwagon, but it is entertaining the thought, taking up the cup, at least answering the invitation. You may find yourself with a completely new role, a completely new source of revenue, and a completely new activity to have a lot of fun here, opening up even your social life as well. As we step into the community card, we talk about your friends, relatives, and other people. We have the Chariot card upright, and we have a huge win for a friend or a family member that also seems to be turning a tide for you when it comes to something that you are also working on. The Chariot card upright is indicating this could be, one person's victory is the whole group's victory. But I'm also seeing with the Chariot, there is this opportunity to start having a stronger support network around you, by actually joining a community, making new friends that are, again, a huge group of highly capable people. And this victory could come with maybe a friend finding this group. This victory could be something that a family member has, but it does change a lot of the dynamics about our relationships. I also feel with the Page of Wands upright so close by that this could also be where we see this invitation leading us, bringing us into a new dynamic group of friends, social network that is ultimately going to be giving, our careers, our projects, our passions a considerable boost. As we get on to your personal challenge, or we talk about your lesson for the week, we do have the Knight of Wands upright. And this is a week where you are going to, and this is not necessarily a challenge like this is going to be hard for you. It's what you're challenged to do. And what you're challenged to do with the Knight of Wands upright is to actually put yourself in a position where you are actually a solitary leader, but also at the same time a part of a community, balancing those things out. Because sometimes what can happen is that if we're a part of a community or a work project, then all of a sudden it's like we're kind of following behind, or we're all stuck in a certain role. The Knight of Wands is indicating pursuit of ambition in spite of past hurts and standing out, right? We looked at that Nine of Wands reverse there, is ultimately going to be giving you more than you thought. You have to be willing to stand out and make the first move with this card. I do feel as though with the Knight of Wands as a challenge as well, is that a lot of these changes are coming very, very quickly, and you're going to need to be able to keep up the pace, roll with the punches. The Chariot card upright, the Knight of Wands upright, the Page of Wands upright, these are all very fast moving cards. And so you're also challenged to think on your feet. This is not going to be a week where we can spend too much time deliberating. Don't do anything foolhardy or haphazard, but when we talk about making this pursuit, whilst also standing out, whilst also being in a position to be seen, not fading into the crowd and not hiding behind too many protections, it is a challenge that can sometimes, be the universe's way of shaking us out of a stuck place. And I think that that's what's happening for a lot of you Capricorn people. As we get on to love and romance, we do have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and there does seem to be an issue with maybe a work-life balance, or imbalance, I should say, that is making love a lot more like a job this week. And so it almost doesn't feel like love, it just feels like work. It almost feels like productivity. It's almost as though, well, we're just doing the relationship thing because that's the responsible adult thing to do. And that's not very romantic. That's not very inspiring at all. But the Knight of Wands reverse can sometimes show up where possibly outside influences, or maybe some insecurities on the part of a new person, or maybe something going on with your current partner, are creating a sense of almost like love becoming a bit of a chore. It could be a labor of love. I don't see any resentment getting built up here. But when the act of being in a relationship or running a family almost feels like we're just ticking off a list, or we are following a script, then it is turning the relationship into a job. Then it is just people kind of doing things they think they're supposed to do instead of actually working from their own heart inspiration. And with the Knight of Wands reversed, again, I feel like this could be a work-life imbalance. Maybe we're confusing life with work, but it is something that we're going to have to be able to turn around. The Nine of Wands reversed is maybe also giving a bit of a clue into why this might be happening. Perhaps a partner or somebody new, maybe both of us, are protecting ourselves by turning it into a duty instead of actually getting to the bottom of what might be prompting this behavior. If we can, it can be a really, really good week, and we can turn that Knight of Pentacles right side up. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And don't forget, if you ever want to get a session with me, or you want to take advantage of the sale this month, or you want to leave a tip or a donation, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.